are at one of the vendors' booths right now, and they're getting ready for the crowd coming in this evening. And you are?
My name is Eileen Allen.
And I understand you're not only a vendor, but you're in the committee.
Right, I do the fund developing for the Muskegon Multicultural Beach Festival.
Okay, and it's been kind of an all year-round project for you.
Yes, we have been in a year of planning. Once this festival ends on Sunday, we'll take a month off, and then we'll be beginning to plan for next year.
Learning from trials and tribulations of this year, and I'm sure this year is because trials and tribulations from last year.
Right. And we want to just thank all of the residents of Muskegon County for coming out. We have a feedback box, and they put their comments, what they liked about the festival, what would they like to see as performance-wise and speakers, so it's real helpful. And I just want them to know that we do take their comments and considerations into mind, and that's what we build a festival around.
And if it's a big project, you might even put them in charge of it.
Right, and we need volunteers.
Yes.
Come on, whatever their strength is, be a part of this great festival. It is for the community of Muskegon, and last year we had people from across Michigan, as far as Lansing and Kalamazoo and Detroit. So we're inviting people to come out, be a part of the planning committee. If you can't work and volunteer the time, we're looking for sponsors. Any way you can commit to this committee, we welcome you.
Well, even if they just come out and eat and listen.
Just come out and eat and listen and play. Water safety, jazz, neo-soul, gospel, blues, rock, heavy metal. You have it right here at the Muskegon Multicultural Beach Festival.
I understand you were in charge of the water temperature, and Lake Michigan is almost 80 degrees out
Ooh,
there.
And you know what? I just got a new bathing suit, and I could take a dive in right now. I'm so hot out here.
It's kind of warm out here.
Yes,
you guys
it is.
picked a warm weekend.
Yeah, and I'm excited about it, and we're looking forward to tomorrow, the fashion shows. We're looking forward to Sunday, the memorial service, remembering those who have lost their lives to Lake Michigan. And we've contacted a number of families, so it's going to be a beautiful, sacred ceremony.
Very good. But I just want to mention that we have in your booth, we had chips and cheese.
Chips and cheese,
with
yes.
meat or without.
With meat or without.
Walking tacos.
Walking tacos.
And those that don't know what they are, it's everything thrown in that little bag of chips.
Right, in a little bag of Doritos.
So you don't make a mess.
We don't make a mess. You won't make a mess.
Pickles.
Pickles.
And sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds.
Peanuts.
And popcorn.
And of course, juice and
water.
And those are going to be cold.
Right. And you need plenty of that to stay hydrated out here. So I'm working my new God-given talent, popping popcorn.
And of course, you test every batch you make, right?
No, I got a tester back there.
You got too many volunteers for that. Well, listen, really appreciate you taking your
thank
time,
you so much.
participating in this, making something like this happen for the Muskegon area.
Right, thank you.
We heard some music pop up, so we're going to go talk to them
Okay,
now.
all right, thank you.
And here we are with the sound system group, and the name of the sound system group is?
STL Entertainment, STL.
I can see that because it says right on your hat and the back of your shirt, right?
That's it.
And you are?
I am Willie Smith. I'm the CEO of STL Entertainment. And this is my sound tech, my engineer, Andre Coleman, my human resources person, Lisa Kelly. And we have a couple more guys that's coming out tonight to help do the sound.
Very good. I knew you were Willie because it says it right on your shirt. You really made it easy for me. Now, you were on the committee originally helping out with sound, and now you basically are a contractor for the Multicultural Beach Festival.
Yes, well, they contacted me last year to do sounds for them. They knew I manage a band, which is Daybreak 7, and they said, well, do you do sound? I said, sure, we do sound. They said, we'd like to hire you to do the sound for this is our first annual Multicultural Beach Fest. I said, well, sure. Then we hooked up. Then I got on the committee since I got more involved in it for this year, for the second annual Multicultural Beach Fest. And they was pleased with the sounds, and we got to take it from there, and I got on the committee of entertainment.
So right now, just background music, but you have the sound system for all the programs, the talent shows, and everything else going on.
Correct.
Oh,
We do all that.
Job. You have to be right in the middle of things.
You have to be everything. You're on top of everything because you got a lot of talent out here, and some of them you got to lay in the tracks, so we have to be able to do the tracks for them, and then we got some bands coming in, and we like to put them in house so they're being heard. And we try to do the best that we can, and so far, so good.
And your history in sound is helping working with a lot of churches, also on different events?
Also, it does, because with the organization that I have and the people that work for me, they've been doing it for years, and they've been to school for it, And they work with me on this end, and gospel is one of our things that we do. And you know, sometimes you spread out and you start doing R&B, because if you're trying to make money, you know, you R&B, but gospel is really the thing that we kind of dwell on.
Very good, and that's basically Sunday, isn't it?
That's basically Sunday, exactly.
Great gospel sound, and you're going to make sure anybody comes out here will be able to hear it loud and clear.
Exactly, because we got that coming up, and we have some hours that tomorrow we'll have a gospel power hour that we'll be doing, and especially we'll be doing gospel in the Memorial Sunday. So I will be out here early Sunday morning, and we'll be playing gospel music all day long until we start events. And then we'll be carrying out to about 9 o'clock that night.
Okay, well, Willie, I want to thank you very much for your time and energy helping put this on, because looks like it's going to draw a big crowd again this year. And if somebody hasn't made it, they have to put it on the calendar for next year for the 3rd annual, right?
Tell them if they miss it, they don't miss the treat.
Well, that's great. That's a great way to say it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mom's good looking. So hush, little baby.
Hey, we found Bob, the water safety guy. Bob Beaton, right?
Right.
Okay, and what qualifies you as the water safety guy, Bob?
Well, I've been a surfer since 1962. I pioneered the sport on the Great Lakes, and most of my life has been spent in Lake Michigan. I live on Lake Michigan. The beach is my front yard.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. And when I was surfing in 1975, the night the Edmund Fitzgerald went down, exact same time that ship sunk, I saved a boy's life off the South Pier at Grand Haven. And two other gentlemen with me, Steve White and Burl Eastling, were all awarded congressional medals by the Admiral of the United States Coast Guard. So when he gave us the medals, he looked us all three straight in the eye and says, "We need your help."
Okay.
I didn't know what that meant at that time. I was a young guy, only 28, and I'm 63 now. But I kept that in mind, and when we got a series of drownings down at Grand Haven during the 1980s, it called for Pier Safety Task Force. So I chaired that for about 8 years, and we did a lot of public safety programs down at the pier, and we tried to make the pier safer. I donated a monument to the city and such. But then I started studying about rip currents in 1996.
Okay.
And that got my attention too. And I've been researching them for since then, about 14 years now, and studying them and gathering all the information, going to all the conferences with all the scientists and such. And I've pinpointed where all your rip current outlets are out here at Muskegon and at Grand Haven and at Holland and at South Haven and at Michigan City. So, yeah, I know it. That's my passion.
Now, there's a difference between rip currents and undertows?
There's no such thing as an undertow in the Great Lakes.
Okay.
There really isn't.
Well, that's a term that we all grew up with.
Yeah, well, we all
here.
did. We did. My mother, we lived right on Lake Michigan, and most mothers would tell you to watch both ways when you go across the street, where our mother told us, watch for the rip or watch for the undertow, watch out for the undertow.
Okay.
And I just thought it was some mysterious monster or something that
Well,
pulls
I
you in
always
the water.
thought when the waves came in bringing so much water that lower portion had to get back away from the beach, and that was
it does do that in the ocean, but we have so much shoaling on the lakes. That means that the water shallows out before it hits the shore.
Okay.
The waves really don't carry that much water right up onto the shoreline. All of our rip currents, most of the deadly ones, are caused by temporary water level fluctuations. That means that the level of the water might only change 6 inches. You might not even notice it. It'll come up a little bit further on the sand than you notice it. But that is enough water to pull you right off your feet, even if you're in knee-deep water.
Well, of course, then we have a big issue with the man-made jetties out there.
Yeah,
breakwater.
and that's where wave-induced, as you spoke of, the wave-induced rip currents occur, because there is a gathering point for enough water to form a slight current that goes out that way. But here at Muskegon, you got quite an acute angle here with your pier, with the shoreline, the orientation of the shoreline with the predominant southwest winds, that it will cause a pretty significant wave-induced rip current there, and that is always dangerous whenever you have a southwest wind.
So what kind of a program are you going to go through with these people that are attending this weekend?
I've got a bowl of water, and I'm going to take a bowl of water and fill it all the way up to the rim, and I'm going to blow on it. And I'm going to pretend like I'm the southwest wind.
Okay.
And I'm going to blow that water across that bowl and show those kids how it gathers on the other side of that bowl, and how it fluctuates out like a rip, two little rip currents going two different directions. And then I'm going to say every time you go to the beach and you see the wind coming at you, just pretend you're at the far end of that bowl, and that's where your rip currents are going to be.
Okay.
You got two distinct spots here where you get rip currents. You got one right out from here, right out in front of us here, and then you got a really bad one down here by the jetty.
Okay.
What I do is I research. I go back through all the old newspapers, all the police reports, Coast Guard reports. I find out who all drowned, where they drowned, why they drowned. Try to talk to witnesses. I do the best I can to document everything I've got, and then present it somehow.
So, yeah, but you're basically doing a visual showing to these people that are out here today, so they can understand and forget
it's hard to explain.
and not forget it as easy as they would in the past.
Correct. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Something visual is so much more staying. You know, you'll see something visual, and you can have somebody with a foreign language, and they see something visual, they understand you.
They remember it.
Right.
They retain it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, the water safety guy, we're going to let you get back. You got a lot of things to do.
Oh, I'm busy over here.
You worked a little hard putting canopies up.
Oh, man, I'm doing everything. I'm not just water safety
you
guy.
You got to get in shape to do these safety programs. So thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Well, West Michigan, we're going to wrap it up right now. And Leland, we want to thank you for everything you put in here after all the interviews with other things going on. And what are you looking for in numbers this year?
We're looking for a couple of thousand to come through each day. Like I said, we got a lot of performers and a lot of vendors, and we want people to come out and to be inspired, to be enriched, and to have fun, and to build a community with each other. Because that's what this event is all about. It's about community. It's about building relationships and enriching your life through knowledge and information.
Well, Leland, we want to thank you for all the effort you and your committee are putting into our community to improve everybody's living standards, knowledge, health standards, and everything else. Let me see. We promote healthy living, diversity, long life, learning, sustainability, and economic development.
Yes.
Appreciate it very much. People from Muskegon, that's Muskegon Multicultural Beach Festival, the second annual out here. If you missed it, you missed a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.